Woo! Cat!
Let's get ready to rumble!
I'm a bad man! I still got the world! I still got the world! My style is impetuous, my defense is impregnable, and I'm just ferocious.
I feel I'm the best ever. I broke everybody's record. Tell me who record I haven't broke.
Colossal Boxing Talk.
What up, YouTube? Smooth Cat here, Colossal Boxing Talk. Today I'm hitting you guys with another breakdown / prediction video. This is for Jermell Charlo versus Martirosyan. Like I say, this is a very, very intriguing fight, as I mentioned before. Both of these guys are entitled contention. Both of them are potentially looking forward to getting a potential title shot within the next upcoming fight. So, with that being said, we can kind of go ahead and get into it. I'm gonna start watching Jermell Charlo in the fifth round of his fight with Harry Joryorgi. But hold on, he's showing his brother now. But the round's getting ready to start shortly. But overall, I just want to show you guys some things. No, it's round 4, excuse me. It's round 4. Okay. But here we go. And now, like you say, in this fight, Charlo was a lot more aggressive than normal. He was walking Harry Joryorgi down. Harry Joryorgi isn't known to be the biggest puncher. He has some pop, but he isn't known to be a huge puncher by any stretch of the imagination. But in this fight, like I say, Charlo was boxing very smartly, landing a lot of counters. As you see, he establishes everything off the jab. That jab is it's top notch, and it's the key to his success. As he say, he's a very well skilled fighter, and everything comes off a jab. Everything. Either he throws the one jab at you, 2 jabs. He might even throw the 3 jabs and then come back with a straight right hand right down the pipe. But in this fight, he was dictating range against Harry Joryorgi, and excuse me, he was also looking forward to, okay, in this round, that's like now. His goal was, he was looking forward to landing flush authoritative shots on Yorgi, but he still is going to be intelligent and respect the sport of boxing. He's not going to go out there and just swing like a Mad Hatter, but that was a nice combination he just landed. And he hurt Yorgi, and now he's going in. He was doing a bit of head hunt. He could have hit the body some, but he was very young. He was younger than he is now in this fight. So I mean, you gotta kind of size it up for what it is. He's a young guy. He got a little excited from hurting the fighter. So, but like as you say, boxing is all about maturing, and I can truly say Jermell Charlo has definitely matured a lot since this fight with Harry Joryorgi. But as we see, like I say, he studied. Throwing everything up the jab, good lateral movement, straight right hand down the pipe. He's doing what he wants to do with Yorgi. He really is. And the thing with it is, Yorgi is a game opponent, but I don't. Yorgi, I mean, he was never in this fight against Charlo, never at all. This was a one-sided drubbing, this fight, but overall, you kind of see some of the things Charlo. This is how Charlo is. He likes to box, be on his toes, move around, give you lateral movement, good defense, use everything off the jab. This is what he hopes to be successful with doing against Martirosyan on March 28th. But so far, this is the end of that round. Okay. Now, with that, the next fight I'm going to show you guys is Martirosyan versus Kasim Uma. And in this fight, yes, Uma is a southpaw, but Uma is, at this point in his career, he was still relatively quick. He always was quick throughout his career. good lateral movement. So this is kind of some. I'm kind of using this to kind of gauge what Vannis has to necessarily deal with when facing Jermell Charlo. But this is the first round, and as you say, as you see, Vannis can box because a lot of people don't feel he can box because of late and recent fights. Vannis has basically he's turned himself from being like a skilled fighter to he's a guy who now he does a lot of brawling to be more exciting for the people. And don't get me wrong, it's okay to excite the crowd and do what you have to do, but I mean, you still have to hold. You still got to remember, overall, it's about you winning, and you have to do what you got to do to be successful. If he feels brawling is what'll make him successful, then I say good luck to him. But like I say, as you see, Kasim Uma boxing, throwing jabs, shooting straight lefts to the body, and Vannis is on his toes, bouncing around. But he doesn't. I mean, like I said, he can box, but Vannis he's a bit heavy footed. He's not the smoothest of smoothest fighters, but excuse me, he definitely can. He can box. So it'll be interesting to see if he'll come out in this fight against Jermell Charlo and attempt to box with him some. But out of the two, Jermell is the far better boxer of the two. Vannis he's fought the better overall opposition, but I definitely believe that that's like you guys. A lot of people say Charlo hasn't fought too much of nobody. I disagree with that because he's fought plenty of tough guys. He just hasn't fought the upper echelon elites. But I mean, he's trying the best of his ability to get these type of guys, but it's up to them to give him the fight. So, but overall, okay. Still, what you saying? Vannis was very much. He was like relaxed this round, and Uma was kind of taking it to him in this round. Uma even kind of shook him up a second there. But what I noticed with Vannis, when he gets hit with a good shot, Vannis comes swinging. So Charlo definitely has to be aware that Vannis likes to punch in between punches. And Vannis does have knockout power, so Charlo has to be very aware of what's going on because he don't want to get caught slipping and potentially get KO'd by Vannis. But this is going to be the end of this round between... No, not yet. That's the end of the round there. But, ladies and gentlemen, like I say, now I'm going to go hit you guys with this video here. This is a video of showing you a little bit of the improvements I was speaking on with Jermell Charlo earlier. And this is his fight against Gabriel Rosado. And Gabriel Rosado, he isn't known to be the biggest puncher, but he can punch. And that was evident in quite a few of his fights, that he can punch and he has some pop. He was at middleweight and he got a few guys respect. But overall, now just waiting till the fight come back on. It's gonna be the third round between Jermell Charlo and Gabriel Rosado. But overall, like I say, this is thus far one of Jermell Charlo's best performances of his career, in my opinion, because he had an opponent who was supposed to be a stern step up, and as you see, Jermell he schooled him. But he's coming out early, using the jab as always. But as I say, when I mentioned to you guys that he was a more advanced fighter at this time, look at his movements. He's smart. When he knows Gabriel Rosado game plan in this fight was to corner him and land his shots. And what Charlo does intelligently, he sees him coming. When he comes in, he hits him with a short left hook, then pivots away. Then Gabriel Rosado gets aggressive. He hits him with another short left hook. And what that does, that lets Rosado know that, yes, I'm aware of what you're doing. I see what you're doing, and I'm gonna use this to offset your attack. So now, as you see, Rosado trying to come in and shoot his jab, but in this fight, Vanis is the type of fighter. This is what Vanis wants to do. Vanis wants to attempt to cut the ring off on Charlo, and that's not an easy task. Even for guys who have good cutting the ring off skills, it's not an easy task at all because Charlo has elite elite footwork, and as you see, he always knows where he at, and he's putting himself in positions to not have his back up against the rope. And even when Rosado does come in, he evades the shot, and to not let Rosado get off or get into an offensive flow, he ties up, which is smart, intelligent boxing. If you see a guy has the edge of the angle, excuse me, the edge of the or angle on you, you take the angle away from him. But as you see, a 3-punch combination missed from Gabriel Rosado. That's what I was referring to in regards to the defense. But with Charlo against Vanis, he wants to have an effort like this, where he's on the outside, he can pick his shots, almost land at will, because as we know, Vanis says he's going to bring a lot of pressure. So Charlo will be doing a lot of boxing as what he's accustomed to doing, and and using his lateral movements. And as you see, trying to get off with his combinations, and see when he does get on the ropes, what does he do? Okay, he pushes his way off the ropes. Now he's back in the center of the ring. That's, like I say, that's great ring generalship. He always knows where he's at and what's going on. So with fighters like that, that's like I say, intelligent boxing at its best. But overall, that sequence there, it gives you basically what you need to see from Jermell Charlo. Like I said, he's a slick, smart, intelligent boxer. Great counter punching skills. Very fast feet, solid foot movement. And in this fight here, for Vanis, I'm going to show you Vanis versus Erislandy Lara. Erislandy Lara, as we all know, is Jermell Charlo's stablemate. And this is the very first round. This round, it wasn't too eventful, but it's basically to give you an idea of what Martirosyan brings to the table in regards to cutting off the ring. So as you see, with the battle of position, he got his foot on the outside. He got in. Lara used his defense to not get hit, but early on, as you see, Lara standing toe-to-toe with him. He's the aggressor. And Vanis is a slow starter. A very slow starter. He starts the rounds off extremely slow, then he tries to come on late. But in this one, as you see, Lara, he's using some movement, but he's not using a lot of movement. So he's giving Vanis opportunities to be a little bit more offensively aggressive, but at this time, Vanis, as I mentioned with Vanis is a bit of a slow starter. So Vanis is like taking his time. Okay. But now as you see, Erislandy Lara throwing the pawn jab to shoot the straight left down to the body. And Vanis is doing he's like I say, he's doing a good job of cutting the ring off on him. But he's not getting in the range he needs to be in to be able to get off his shots. But okay, as you see now, like I say, the only thing they're doing now, they're just jockeying for position with the feet. And Lara is doing what Jermell Charlo wants to do. Throw the jab, land straights, and basically have Vanis stifle Vanis' offense, and he was doing a very good job of it. But because as you see, Vanis, like I say, he's looking like for only one big shot, and with Lara know what's coming, Lara knows to use his lateral movement, get away, get in, get out, land your shots, take a step back, never put your back up against the ropes. Keep the fight in the center of the ring where you want it to be. And when Vanis is on the attack, bounce out. Okay. reset. It's okay to reset in boxing. When you reset, it doesn't necessarily mean you lost the war. It just means for that situation there, your positioning wasn't what you wanted it to be. So you reset to do a better job of repositioning yourself. But as you guys clearly see here, in this round, even though Vanis was doing a good job of cutting the ring off, it's like the movement was a little too much for him. And Lara won that round convincingly from what I saw. But yeah, overall, like I say, Vanis, he has all the technical fundamentals, but it's like when he gets in the fight as a pro, from what I'm saying, he doesn't have many losses, but it's like when he gets into certain fights, if he starts getting hit, the whole mindset of his whole game plan kind of goes out the window a little bit, because it's like he has to hurry up and get you back or else. But right here, I'm going to start with Jermell Charlo versus Jose Ramirez fight. We'll start very first round, and this is definitely this is what Charlo basically needs to come out and do against Vanis Martirosyan. And the round is just started. But as I say, Charlo needs to come out, establish that jab, throw some three to four jabs in a row. After that last jab, come right down the middle, straight right hand, and that's a punch that will definitely be there for him during this fight. So Jermell basically, like I say, he basically has to just like stick to being Jermell Charlo. Go in this fight, box. He knows Vanis has power, so he definitely has to be aware of Martirosyan's power. But he can, as I've seen him before with a few big punches he's fought, he'll attempt to walk them down, and while walking them down, you basically you take some of the steam off their shots, because they don't have the same positioning and they're on that back foot. So with them having to press for power off the ball of their foot, is not gonna have as much sting and force in it as if he fully plants his foot to drive through. But in this round, like you said, you see Charlo establishing the jab, shooting it upstairs, downstairs, landing combinations, landing hooks. He's extremely fast. He goes to the body. He just landed. He's in the process of landing a mean combination, almost a 14-15 punch combination. He didn't land every shot, but out of those, he landed he landed, I'll say maybe 10, 11 of those. So that, I mean, he's doing good work. And this is, like I say, this is how he wants to establish the fight, establish himself in this fight. Now, this is what he doesn't want to do against Vanis, get up against the ropes. Now, as you see, he's intelligent enough to know that guys, they like to throw sneak shots on the inside when you're up against the ropes. So he puts his hands up to defend himself. But overall, like I say, Jermell Charlo, he knows in this fight he's the better boxer of the two by miles. So, like I say, he has to box, use his lateral movement, establish the jab, and like I say, throw that right hand down and counter Vanis, because Vanis isn't the fastest fighter in the world. He's explosive with what he does, especially when he comes in on the attack. He's explosive, but he isn't known to be fast by any stretch of the imagination. But just because he isn't fast, that doesn't mean he isn't good enough to time the faster Charlo and to get his offense off. But also, like I say, believe me, this fight has me overly excited. But let me get into the last fight for Vaness, and this is his last fight. Vaness against Willie Nelson. And as now on the screen, you see him basically, he's discussing his strategy. You can't hear him. But overall, this is the second round I'm going to show you guys. But in this fight, Vaness was able to, Willie Nelson was using good lateral movement. He was boxing well in this fight. His main issue with this fight is Vaness, as I mentioned, when I tell you how he's explosive. Okay, as you see now, Vaness is boxing on his toes, and he just got hit with a mean left. But like I say, this was one of those potential fight of the year candidate type fights. But as you see, Vaness is moving to his right. He's trying to get the opening to land a big right hand and a possible left hook to the body. But as Willie Nelson, he's a big figure. So Willie Nelson was coming in, throwing the jab and straight right hands. But as you see, Vaness bouncing, moving. What he's trying to show him is, I can box. So, but as you see, Vaness is looking, there it is. He was looking for the right hand, and he landed a short right hand in the middle of an exchange. But against Charlo, this is kind of what he wants to get into. Charlo isn't as stationary as Willie Nelson was in this fight, but Charlo, at times he'll get stationary to when he gets stationary when he's in the position to get off and to land the type of shots that he wants to land. But as you see, Vaness continue boxing, throwing a left uppercut on the inside that landed. But see, when I mention his explosiveness, this is what I mean here. How he basically he's not super fast, but he's quick and explosive with his offense. So he gets off these little nice short little shots that you look and you be like, okay, it don't look like he in position. But in this fight, he did a great job of getting in position to land his shots against the bigger man. And he'll also be the smaller man come March 28th against Jermell Charlo, because Charlo is the taller of the two. But as you see, Vaness shooting the jab out there, trying to get there. There it is, that short inside right hand, and he wobbled Willie Nelson's legs with that right hand. You can definitely see he's hurt. He's hurting from that. But as you see, Vaness, there he is again with that explosiveness that I mentioned, the way he comes in and lunges. Now, in the case with Charlo, what Charlo would need to do in that situation, take a step back, as he did in the Rosado fight, as I showed you guys earlier, hit him with the check left hook, use your lateral movement, bounce out. You don't, okay, he knows Vaness is the type of fighter. Vaness wants to land these explosive shots and basically get in, get out, and do what do his thing. But that's the end of that round. But overall, in this fight, my prediction is I got Jermell Ironman Charlo winning this fight by unanimous decision in a fight where Vaness Martirosyan will definitely have his moments. But I believe overall, Charlo is the more skilled, the better technical fighter, the more intelligent fighter. And I believe he's the better overall boxer. So, with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I'm not going to hold you guys too much longer. But hopefully you guys hit that like button for me. Leave your comments in the comment section. I'll definitely get back to you at my earliest convenience. Also, go over to Facebook, hit the go to our YouTube channel and hit the subscribe button. Keep showing us the love and support that you guys have been showing. Also, go to Facebook, hit the like button on the Colossal Boxing Talk page. Go to Twitter and Instagram and hit the Colossal and follow us at Colossal CBT. I'm Smooth Cat, and I'm out.